Hello friends, let's begin with CNC milling. In milling operation, we are already follow the spacing, contouring, then pocketing, side milling, end milling, those cutters are used, or different type of multi-axis milling, angular milling. Those are also considered in a position milling, also considered in the CNC milling process. In this CNC milling, we are going to discuss about the different programming part which is required for milling process or CNC milling process, and we learn some of the ATC, that is automatic tool changer, then work holding methods are there. So we just revise those things also in this module. So let's begin with the CNC milling. In G01, it is a linear interpolation. That means tool moves along a straight line in a one or two axes simultaneously at a program linear speed and the speed rate that is shown in this figure. And G01 is X, Y, Z and speed rate. Okay, so speed rate and spindle speed is most important in that format. So G02 and G03 circular interpolation, that is counterclockwise and clockwise direction. G02 for clockwise direction and G03 for counterclockwise direction. So this is the clockwise direction, this is the anti-clockwise or counterclockwise direction. G00 rapid travels. When the tool being positioned at a point separately to the cutting motion, to save the time it is moved along a straight line at a rapid traverse or at a fixed traverse rate, and which is a pre-programmed into the machine control system. And rapid traverse rate are 10 to 25 meter per minute, but this can be high as 80 meter per minute. So it is a very within the seconds that particular tool will move to the from part origin to the workpiece origin. Okay, so those things are very important. Then block format for arc center and arc radius. In arc center, I, J, K terms are used respective for X, Y, Z coordinates to start the point. Okay, and if you observe that from starting the arc and end of the arc, the center will be decided. So center of the arc is required. So for that purpose, this minus and minus j are considered as along the negative direction I is moving, so it is a minus I, and along the negative direction of y it is moving, so it is as a minus j. Okay. So arc radius format is having a radius. So students don't confuse if you can write either in the form of radius or you can write in the form of ijk also. It's your wish. Okay. Then cutter radius compensation. In cutter radius compensation, G40, G41, G42, those are used. Here, most important part is this particular dotted shape is nothing but our finished part. While this particular arrow mark or line path is considered as a cutter center path, or it is considered as a program path that is decided by the programmer or decided by the you. Okay, by you. So every time it is important that the which path is there. Okay, along the path, the cutter will move and it will do the finishing operation. So it will remove the material. So G40 is the cutter diameter compensation concept to stop the particular cutter radius path. For that purpose, we have to use G40. And previous any type of program which is we are writing in a cutter radius compensation. So that time we have to consider G40 in a writing, because every time we have to cancel that particular compensation part whenever it is completed. Okay. And G41 is cutter diameter compensation length. So if you observe that these are the cutter center path and cutter dimension path or compensation path in the left side. So that means this is the path of the curve and this is the tool path or machining direction. So machining direction is both are observed in the left side. Okay, that means for example, I will show you. You will not confuse. So if you are using, this is our program path, that is programmer is decided, and this is our cutter center path. Means cutter also moving along the cutter path. So if you observe that on this side, on the arrow mark, okay, or if you choose this arrow, so you will understand very well. So along the arrow, there is a right side here, okay, and left side is here. Okay. So what is happened? The cutter is moving on the left side along the arrow mark. If you having the hand position on that both the sides, so suppose the right side is above and left side is below. So cutter radius pass is passing to left side. So it is a cutter diameter compensation left or cutter radius compensation left. Okay. Then here, if you observe that both the path arrow mark along the right side path will be come here and left side path will be going here. Okay. So along the arrow mark towards the arrow, keep your hand and check it out whether it is a right or left. Okay. So if you show it is on right side, that is both the path is going on right side, then it is a cutter radius or cutter diameter compensation right. So that is also shown in this figure. So this is the right path, while this is the left. Okay. Hope you understand very well. This is the path of curve and this is the compensation right side. Okay, so these points are very important. If you clear these points only, then only you can easy to use this radius compensation. So that is also shown in this figure. Okay, so G40 tool nose radius compensation cancel, 41 radius compensation left, 42 radius compensation right. So how it is G41? Because tool is moving this side, and if the arrow mark is this side, this is our right side and this is our left side. Okay. For this case also, if you observe that this is going doing the pocketing work. So if you observe the arrow mark on the right side, this is the right side and this inside is the left side. Okay. Because tool is moving from the inside. Okay. So select the arrow and choose the thing. So here also L and R, here also N and R. I am pointing towards the arrow and the compensation will be left side. Okay. Here if you observe that it is moving like this, here also I am writing the right side and left side. Okay. Here also I am writing left side and right side. So that will show that the yeah, right side. G42 is a right side compensation because that path is from right. And here also G42 is from right side, so that path is from right side. Okay. So I hope you understand very well in this condition also. Subroutine program. Any frequently programmed order of a instruction or unchanging sequences can benefit by becoming a subprogram. A typical application of subprogram applications in CNC programming are repetitive machining motions, functions related to tool change, all patterns, then grooves and threads, machine warm-up routines, then palette changing, special functions and others. Those are considered in a subroutine. The structural subprograms are similar to standard programs and they use the same syntax rules. And the benefits of the subroutine involve the reduction in the length of the program and reduction in the program error. There is a definition statement and the subroutine call function. Tool length compensation. So different tools of a different length are used in the machining of any part, and the lengths of the tools are not considered in the part program. They are entered in a machine's memory and are considered automatically for each motion in the program, depending on the tool that is being used. And tool lengths in Z direction are called tool length of Z. For example, if you observe that the face milling cutter. So this is a reference line and there is a tool offset because the different shafts or shanks are there for every type of tool. Okay. So for paste milling, this is the length of thread. For boring, this is the length of thread. Okay, so this is also length of thread, and this is also different length of thread. So every time the adjustment is very difficult. So for that purpose, we are calculating this offset either from this reference point or from the workpiece. Okay, so tool length offset is also shown in this figure. Okay. So code function G43 to make the value of the cutter offset and the value of the Z coordinates of the program. G44 to make the value of the cutter offset and subtract the value of the Z coordinate of the program that is shown in this figure. And G49 is cancel the offset of the length of the cutter. So most of the times we have to use G49 to cancel the offset of the length of the cutter and G43 to make the value of the cutter offset to value of the Z coordinate. Okay. So H value is depend on that. So H value is nothing but from the workpiece we have to calculate the tool length offset and that is automatically calculated. Okay. So CAN cycle. CAN is or fixed cycles or programming aids that simplify the programming and CAN cycles combine many programming operations and are designed to shorten the program length and minimize the mathematical calculation and use the minimum tool operation. CAN cycle we are shortly mentioned as to reduce the program length. Okay, that is also subroutine programs are done and CAN cycles are doing. Okay. So drilling, pet drilling, tapping, boring, back, short spacing, those are considered in the CAN cycle. So that is also mentioned here. So G81 to G86, 87, those are the drilling related cycles. Where G74 and 76 for 74 for tapping, 76 for boring. Okay. So G98, G99, those are plane of a return point. That means when the tool gets to the bottom of the hole, it can return back to the plane of R point and initialize the plane by G98 or G99. Generally speaking, G99 is for first drilling plane and G98 is for last drilling. Even though G99 to drill the plane of the initialized position would be keep the same. So this is a drilling cycle for G98 and for retraction purpose that is mentioned to the initial point to return to initial point. Okay. So G81 is used for the drilling cycle. Automatic tool changer, there are two chain system like gripper arm system, then chain magazine system and disc magazine system. So if you observe then these are the gripper arm system where the grippers is connected and this is the magazine system. This is the chain magazine system while this is the disc magazine system. So these are the or circular magazine system and this is our rotation mechanism which is mostly used to tool change purpose. Okay, and this is also chain. So it depends on how many tools we require for machining. For example, if we are doing multi-axis, that time we require more tools. Okay, for gear hobbing, for different type of operation, we require more tools, and those are tools mostly in the milling process we require or suppose we are manufacturing a fixture jigs, that time multiple operations are there. So that time also we require multiple machines or multiple tools to carry out the operations. So those requirement, according to requirement, the size of the tool changes or chain magazines are available in the machine. Then AGV, that is automated guided vehicle, that is for work transport. Okay, so that is also shown in this figure. There are different types of AGV, fork, tow or tugger, unit load and custom. Okay, so these are not going to discuss here more detail because this is a part of computer integrated manufacturing. Then rotating arm mechanism, that is very important and best mechanism. That is every time they will going to discuss and how actually the mechanism is working. So the movement of a tool magazine to place the appropriate tool in the transfer position will take place during the machining operation. And the rotating arms with grippers at both the ends rotate the grip, the tool holders in the magazine and spindle simultaneously. Then the tool holder clamping mechanism will be released and the arm is coaxially moved to remove the tool holder from the spindle. So that arm will be like this. If I will show that arm section will be like this. So what will happen if you observe that there is a one of the spindle which is actually if you consider the circular magazine, okay, or circular position of all the tools. That time, what has happened? There is a one clamping force is there. So that clamping force is released and that is collected in this particular part. Okay, this arm, okay, mechanism arm. And what are the new tool is available in the second half. So that second half, from that it will be interchanged. Okay, so it will rotate along this particular position of pivot point and it will change the tool. And same, it will going downward from both the sides as shown in the figure. This is removing and this is taking at the same time and this is going to rotate and at the both the time it will again automatically go inside and it will clamp it. Then, so it is also mentioned here. Then the arm will be rotated through 180-degree and the arm will be moved quite axially inward to the place of new tool holder into the spindle and that will be clamped. Now the new tool holder is placed in the spindle and the other in the axle. Okay, so that is also shown in this figure also. If you observe that this arm position is there, it will take both the will take simultaneously like this and it will rotate by 180-degree. One will go to the magazine and one will go to the actual manufacturing spindle. So modular fixtures and machining center are shown in this figure. These are the fixtures which are used for modular purpose. Modular fixtures highly adaptable and that can be purchased in stages and increases the sophistication. It will accuracy is readily assembled and small store or areas is required and that can be set up the machine more than one part and it's a proven technology. While disadvantages is costly and difficult to automate and skill required to kit assembly. While automatic vices, that automatic vice is there available, that is relatively inexpensive and there's operated mechanical, pneumatic, hydraulic control and that is quick to operate, easy to set up and easily automated, simplicity design. Then parts can be easily mentioned and it is also proven technology. While work holding having limitation, you cannot work hold a lot of many work sizes. There's a limitations on part size and work location problems are there. Then pneumatic and magnetic work holding devices are available. That is relatively inexpensive, reasonable accuracy, and machine large areas of the workplace. Quick setup, easily automated, simplicity of the design. Many parts can be machined at one setup. The large surface area is required. Swarf can be a problem, and non-ferrous material is limitation to magnetic devices. And 4 and 5 axis CNC work holding device where that allow the complex geometry shapes to be machined, high accuracy, one heat machining, easily automated, while it is costly and limited part geometry clamping and part size limitation. Only one part can be machined and cannot be fitted to all machines. Then dedicated fixturing that is particular object purpose. Large and small parts are easily accommodated. High accuracy to part location, simplicity in design. Then many parts are machined at a one setup, good vibration damping capacity. Large storage spaces require no part flexibility. Heavy fixtures are there. Tool making facilities is required. Okay. These are the disadvantages for dedicated. Thank you so much. Hope you understand very well.